30th anniversary of ARCO, and will be hopefully the beginning of a new period of the fair. Will be a smaller fair, much more focused on the galleries, on its contents, and trying to offer the best for collectors, the best galleries, the best works of art, and at the same time to create in Madrid a gathering point for all the professionals of the contemporary art world. We have several subjects. We are working on Russia as invited country. We'll have 9 galleries coming from 3 different points of Russia. That will give a spectrum of the young generation of artists, not only the young, but also the post-conceptual and conceptual from the 70s, 80s. That will be presented at the fair through their galleries. They have been selected by Daria Pirkina, who's a young curator who has done an excellent work. At the same time, we'll invite the leading foundations and institutions in Russia to present their programs and their publications in small booths, not to do an exhibition, but to present their programs and publications that will make them available for the public of ARCO. And we'll do 2 roundtables dedicated to the Russian art scene, to the biennials, the institutions which are opening outside Moscow and St. Petersburg. So I think all these will give a 360 view of Russian contemporary art during ARCO. Our second focus will be Latin America, and we'll have the solo projects, the booth dedicated only to an artist, curated by 3 Latin American curators, one from Brazil, Luisa Duarte, super good, one from Mexico, Daniela Perez, who works for the Tamayo Museum, and the third one is Julieta González, who works for the Tate. And they have selected 15 artists, most of them new in the Spanish art scene, that will do a solo presentation at the art fair. And we have a third new section, which is called Openings, which is for young galleries from all over Europe, 15 galleries, that will be presented also for the first time at the fair. So these are our new projects, but the whole fair will be probably attractive for collectors, curators, museum directors. I think ARCO has done lots of programs, things, panel discussions. My special touch is shape that into something which is really useful for the galleries and for the people attending the fair. It's completely useless to do a panel discussion if the people who are not there are not going to interact with the galleries or are not going to be interested in the artists at the fair. It's completely useless to do an exhibition if it's not going to lead to a better knowledge of the artists at the fair. I was the director of Helga de Alvear Gallery, and we used to participate in Basel, the first Basel Miami's, the Berlin Art Fair, Cologne, ARCO too. And you realize that when you work at a gallery, lots of the things organized by the art fairs are completely meaningless for you. So it's very good that they happen if you have lots of resources, if someone else is paying for it, but if you have to focus your resources in doing a couple of things, you better do the useful things for the galleries, who are the people who are paying for the booths, who are the people that have to come back the following year, who are the people who are investing lots of money and time in the fair. So yeah, I think my experience has been very helpful. From FIAC, I wish I could take the Grand Palais to Madrid. That would be my desire. But no, I think all fair directors travel the whole fairs. But it's not just a question of copying a program or doing the same format. It's a question of talking to the galleries, talking to the collectors to see what they like, what they appreciate, what they don't like, not to do it. So yeah, we always get very useful information during art fairs, but it's not that we're gonna sort of copy and make a pseudo FIAC or pseudo Frieze. You know, each fair has to have their character, otherwise collectors won't be interested in going to a pseudo Basel or pseudo FIAC. Anyway, I must speak very highly about FIAC. They've done a wonderful job. It's not the fair it used to be 8 years ago, so which was the last time I was here. So my congratulations, and that gives a lot of hope for a fair to reinvent themselves. I think the Spanish market through 30 years of ARCO has developed a lot. I think the number of collectors, of galleries, of institutions that we have now, it's nothing compared to what we had 10 years ago. So it's a market that has really expanded, has created a whole network of museums and art centers. I'm sure it will develop when the economical moment changes to something more active. But what we do is we work a lot with Latin America, we work a lot with emerging countries like Russia. So ARCO has a lot of market because we try to import all those buyers, both private and institutional, to make sure that the galleries find at the fair collectors and buyers for the works. ARCO has been super active in video art. We've used to have a screening room. We won't have it this year because we thought that within the fair it took lots of space that we don't have. We're going to have a smaller fair, lots of resources, of time. So this year we won't have a video program. Maybe in the future we'll invent something different, maybe in another venue, in collaboration with an institution. I think the policy of ARCO right now is not doing everything by themselves, but collaborating with institutions that we have in Spain, some of them very active and very willing to collaborate with ARCO. So probably in the future we'll develop something, but not by ourselves, together with an institution, maybe in a venue in the center of Madrid. In my first ARCO, where I was working as deputy director, that was 94. I bought a wonderful, huge print by Juan Muñoz, which I still have and which I really like. And since then, yes, I try to buy things every year. Not obsessively, I'm not a collector, but yeah, sometimes I cannot resist buying what I see. I'm addicted to know more about the artists, to know about what the galleries are doing, to see as many big shows, new projects happening. Yes, I'm addicted to contemporary art. Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I think you must be comfortable in meeting new people and meeting new ideas. I think one of the things that artists can provide is seeing the world in a different way that you have been taught. So I think it's good to have a broad mind, to be able to speak different languages, to know different contexts, so that you're open to the proposals. Then you take them, you don't. But yeah, I think it's helpful, of course.